As I had hoped, the bar guest's dark energy is exactly what we needed to pierce the demonic barrier.
What is our next move?
I've created a suit of armor from it, tailored to fit you and only you. In theory, it will allow you to walk among the Lilin. I just hope it fits. It certainly looks impressive, doesn't it? I've decided to call it the Demon Child suit.
A very fitting name, Doctor. On many levels.
I was hearing a lot of eyes in there, Doc. Thought this was a we scenario going on here.
Yes, Tony provided some assistance, of course. Particularly with the name.
Yeah, well, forgive me if I'm not used to having my combat suits try and take a bite out of me while I calibrate them.
It is an impressive, if not pungent, creation.
Speaking of, I suggest you make use of the suit while the components are still fresh. That should maximize the protections against that infernal barrier.
Understood, Doctor.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Oh, Hunter, what is that hideous thing you're wearing?
Hideous? That's harsh, even for you, Sarah.
It, smells. And what is that leathery material it's made of? It looks like it's made from the skin of...
Rabid demon dog? Pretty much terrifies me just looking at it. But if it can get Hunter here through that demonic barrier keeping us out of Banner's lab, I can deal with my existential terror over Strange's creepy meat suit.
Barrier? I thought we discussed this.
Oh, we did, Sarah. We just decided to go another way.
Hunter, we need to talk, and we need to talk now. So, I see you, Stark, Magic, and Nico are heading to Banner's lab, despite my objections.
We are.
But I said no, and I said it loud and clear.
Well, this is what we have decided to do. Best accept it.
It's not like any of you are giving me much of a choice.
Sarah, I am sorry that this happened this way.
You intentionally ignored my wishes.
We meant you no disrespect, but we all believe this is the right course of action. I know you have heard this before, but you need to trust us.
I can't stop you, can I?
No, you cannot.
Fine. Go back to the lab and get Tony's toy.
Thank you, Sarah.
While you're there, if you happen to encounter Wanda, don't make the mistake of going easy on her. I assure you, she won't hold back on you.
I still believe there is hope for her.
False hope. Listen, I feel Nico and Magic's pain. I do. But we both know purifying corruption is impossible. Wanda is gone. Your only job is to retrieve the accelerator and come back, safe. Do not sacrifice yourself for someone who is beyond saving. You hear me? Well, at least that armor looks as sturdy as it is macabre. It should give you the protection you need. Good luck out there. I hope Tony's accelerator is worth it.
You know, I've been thinking, Hunter, and have come to the conclusion that we need a theme song.
We do?
Yes. We're practically a two-person team here, and I think this is the natural next step in our friendship. So, you got a favorite genre of music we could put the tune to?
My favorite music growing up was Baroque. Bach was all the rage, what Nico would refer to as a rock star with the harpsichord.
Yeah, I think I read about him during the musical appreciation section of art history.
Well, you should listen to him too. He was one of the fathers of modern music and can be a great source of inspiration.
Look, I appreciate classical music and all, but I'm not sure it works for a theme song, though. I was thinking more like, Hunter and Spider-Man! Hunter and Spider-Man! One is a hunter, the other is Spider-Man. They are Hunter and Spider-Man! So, what do you think?
It is quite catchy, Peter. I certainly will not be able to get it out of my head for a great while.
Good, because that's the whole point. We want to be like that song Lilin and Hydra Forces can't get out of their heads no matter how hard they try.
Then you are succeeding.
Cool. I'll work on it some more then. In the meantime, I was wondering, what do you think about that other thing I asked you about?
What other thing?
Me joining the Midnight Suns. You said be the best I can be, and I'm all for that, but I'm too used to working alone. I want to fit in more with the Suns. Any pointers?
I have been thinking about this, Peter, and I think you might be too good for the ragtag gang of misfits who go by the Midnight Suns.
Too good? Is this your way of letting me down easy?
That is not what I meant.
I consider the Suns to be my friends. Let me be the judge of whether or not I'm too good or not good enough for them.
I stand corrected.
Okay. Thanks for the chat. Till next time.
How's it going, boss? I have high expectations. Sometimes, I even impress myself. Don't forget to write.
Smelled you. Hey, can I... My animal senses are going nuts. Mind stepping back a little?
What's new, Hunter? Take a bad guy. Any bad guy. Good. I was hoping for something to do. Fascinating info here. And by... We're ready to make a move.
Friendly neighborhood service at friendly neighborhood prices.
Bye.
Is that the doggy armor Strange tailored for you?
How does it look?
You have to ask.
Oh, come on, Magic. You are making me feel self-conscious.
You should feel that way. You look as ridiculous as Strange's plan.
I thought you wanted us to find a way to break back into Banner's lab.
I do. I just think wearing a hellhound skin to bypass a demonic barrier is something you'd only see in one of Nico's zombie movies.
You do not like the idea because Strange came up with it.
Forgive me if I'm a little skeptical when it comes to any solution he proposes. His track record for success so far has just been sad. But if on the off chance you happen to breach the barrier and make your way in, maybe I can find a way to help you out.
What do you mean?
I don't give a damn about the accelerator, but I do give a damn about Wanda. So if wearing that monstrosity gets us closer to her, I will do everything in my power to help get her back. Promise me you will do the same.
I swear.
Good. Now get out of here. And don't come back until you bring back my friend. Be careful out there, Hunter. I want both you and Wanda back safe.
Looking badass, Hunter. Terrifying.
Hunter, I do not appreciate being disrespected like this.
What is the problem?
The problem is your new demon child armor. I had ideas on how to improve its design, but neither Stark nor Strange would listen to me. I don't like being ignored.
I am sure they were just busy. Maybe if we talk to them together, they can still implement some of your concepts.
Unfortunately, they already implemented many of my ideas once they worked through the design on their own.
I do not understand. What is the problem?
I wanted the credit.
Yo, Hunter, it's almost game time. Let's prep. Okay, we don't have much time, so I want to run down what you need to do to pull off this purification spell. First and foremost, you gotta say the words to the incantation freaking precisely. Like every single syllable needs to be on point.
What if I stumble over them?
Something bad might happen?
Define bad.
Oh, I don't know. Like accidentally summoning a huge horde of zombie penguins to descend on New York? But that's why you memorize the words to the incantation. You do remember them, right?
I actually do not. Can you remind me?
Someone didn't do their homework. The words are... Ego sum tenebris et venunt in domum suam ubet dominos. Ego sum tenebris domum domini precepta ior. Okay, now let me hear you say them.
Ego sum tenebris, et veniunt in domum suam ubet dominus.
And the last line?
Domum domini precepta ior.
Hey, you remembered all your lines. Not sure you would. Maybe we have a shot at saving Wanda after all. Okay, there are a few more important details we need to go over. First off, don't say the incantation before you see Wanda. You have to wait until she's in sight for it to work, okay?
Got it.
When you do start to say it, she should start to become disoriented. You're gonna have to repeat it 3 times before she's gonna be subdued enough for you to drain the corruption from her. Absorbing that much dark energy into your body is gonna be... intense. I just want to make sure you're up to it.
My only concern is bringing back Wanda in one piece.
Just don't forget to take care of yourself in the process. Remember, the only person in recorded history who managed to remove corruption died doing it.
I do not need reminding of that.
Right, sorry. I want Wanda back more than anything. I just don't want you to fall trying to get her back. I've already lost enough people I care about.
I care about you too, Nico.
Guess we've both been growing on each other. So, this is it, huh? Just wanted to say, I believe in you, Hunter. You got this.
Thanks, Nico.
Now, bring our girl home. Oh, and Hunter, if for some reason the spell doesn't work, please don't hurt her. No matter what happens, remember, Wanda is still in there.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Let's do this. Peace.
From certain angles, it could be horrifying, if one were to squint.
I still cannot believe I am letting you go through with this.
I cannot believe that smell.
Oh, that. Genuine pine. Ran out of new car in Vanilla Nella. You're welcome.
Are you ready?
Someone is. She has been all over me ever since I put this thing on.
Yes, there may be some familiarity between your hound and several of the components we procured to create your suit.
Right. Shutting up.
Stay there, girl. I will be home soon.
I will hold it open for as long as I can, but...
You told me. One-way trip.
Something must be generating that barrier. Take it out, and I swear we'll get you home.
Any time now!
Charlie, no! Wait!
Charlie? Have you lost your mind? You know better than to jump in a strange portal. How did you get past all that demonic energy? Right. Of course. Demon dog, demon energy. Well, now that you're here, just lead the way. The suit must be working. They cannot see us. Good girl. Exactly. I believe that machine is the source of our demonic barrier problem. Now, I will deactivate it, and you will be incredibly quiet. Agreed? not give me that look, Charlie. I have seen you run through your own... I was not expecting someone to be in the machine. I am still the prize. Too weak for this fight. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared. They do not stand a chance. I am afraid you might not make it back from this one. Banner has delved into the darkest magics to create this technological monstrosity. Let us hope some corner of his mind is still his own. Some for the rest of us. That was something. I am impressed. Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently, she's promiscuous. We must destroy that machine before they send even more to defend it. I am trying. They cannot possibly match your strength. Your mother abandoned you. Your fate is sealed. Feel my call. There was a time that time has clearly passed. Our team is falling apart. Looks like they have got help. They have not changed their plans. They're doing well so far. Once again, Lilith's servants fall. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. We are not out of the woods yet. The barrier is down. I think it worked. Maybe too well. Any ideas, girl? Banner's device. The key to so many doors. Such a brilliant mind. Now so twisted.
You have no idea. Hunter. The others abandoned you, didn't they? Sent you off on a fool's errand and left you to die. I know the feeling. You don't have to answer. I see it in your mind. We both know Mother will never leave you. I know.
Magic!
Never underestimate the power of Limbo. I'm glad to see you too, Charlie.
Return to your mother. Pathetic.
Do that to a friend. But I thought we were friends.
You would sacrifice yourself blindly for Lilith? You are more foolish than you look. They're not willing to accept defeat. Something is wrong.
I am the instrument of her.
I've heard a great deal about Wanda, but now I finally see her power with my own eyes. Let's set I don't think they even realize the trouble they're in.
I won't forget this.
I'm glad you're on our side. Let Lilith's control melt away. Not gonna be that easy.
Join us.
Still they persist.
Wanda, I know you are still in there. This is not you. Lilith is not your mother.
Listen to your friend before it is too late.
Stand and face me.
Here we go. They cannot possibly match your strength. Leave some for the rest of us. Hope they're ready. Help is at hand. Roger that. I'm impressed.
For now.
Suffer for that. That won't make this easier for you. You shouldn't have come here.
Defiler.
Feel a rhythm.
Join our fight.
All that you know is wrong.
Is there a bounty on me I don't know about?
Oh, so you are the strong one.
I guess.
I understand now why there is such fear surrounding Wanda's power. She is strong.
We cannot give up on her. I know she is still in there.
Do not bother me.
Just as the stories told us, you are strong. As they say, it gets the job done. Prepare.
You can't stop me.
The light will carry you onward. Appreciate the lift.
That's some move.
You should have listened to her. How many times is that? A change of mind? You must remember me, Wanda. Lilith is only using you. Ready? Even I need a boost now and then.
Mother will never let me fall. That won't stop me.
Their strongest was no match for us. Something is wrong. I've got you.
Mother's vision cannot be denied.
I can only endure so much.
Sandwich?
Now that was something.
The future is already hers.
Fight's about to get bigger.
Do you? No one escapes.
Should I be afraid?
I do not feel so good.
Once again.
You'll never let me fall. Suffer for that. Ha! That won't stop me.
This will help. I'm feeling stronger already.
Mother chose me above all of you. A simple move.
Hope to break my resolve. Not lost interest. I may need some help here. Watch my back!
Stop me. Mother sees through your plans. But I thought we were friends.
You have earned this. Their best was still not enough for us. Pyrrhic victory at best.
Please. We don't want to hurt you.
Hurt me? Hurt me? You will never hurt me again! Giving up again. Of course you are. It's what you're best at, Ileana.
I am not giving up on you, Wanda. None of us have. None of us ever will.
Save your lies for Agatha.
Ego sum tenebris, et veniunt in domum suam juvet dominus.
That passage! You can't save her! No one can!
Ego sum tenebris, domum domini praesenta ior!
Do you have any idea what you have just done?
I'm not so sure anymore.
Yes! I knew you'd do it.
Welcome home.
How many magicians do we really need? We could use more arachnid.
Oh, I wish I could see Banner's face when he realizes we swiped this thing back from him. Do you think I'll get a "Curse you, Stark" fist shaking in the air? It's kind of cliche, I know, but I'd still love it.
I do not care for theatrics, but I do hope you get your wish.
Oh yeah, can you picture it? Banner standing there in the empty spot where this accelerator used to be, realizing Tony Stark got him good.
I will leave you to enjoy your prize, Tony.
Thanks. I just gotta figure out the best way to get this thing into the forge. Gonna be up all night with this baby.
We must treat the demon child armor with the utmost care.
There is no need to be frightened. I am not going to hurt you.
But what if I hurt you?
I will not let you.
But we were back there. I was...
Wanda, you are back at the Abbey. With your friends.
Wanda.
I know we have met before, but they call me the Hunter.
Sorry, I don't feel like myself.
You were corrupted by Lilith. You were not yourself for a long time.
No, I wasn't. The things I did...
Lilith made you do those things. They were not your will.
But it felt like my will. Until you. You were the one who absorbed the darkness from me, weren't you? You brought me back.
I did.
How are you still standing?
Okay, enough with the third degree. I know what we should do. Celebrate.
Celebrate what?
Your return, duh.
I'm sorry, Nico, but I'm tired. I should probably get some sleep. It's been a long time since I've slept.
Yes, you should rest. We will talk in the morning. Love you, Wanda.
Love you too.
Oh, you freaking did it, Hunt! You brought her back and you didn't totally screw it up. I hope you know, what you did tonight means a lot to me and the rest of the Midnight Suns. You, reunited our twisted little family of outcasts and, we're never gonna forget it.
You know, with Wanda back, I am pretty sure the Suns now outnumber the Avengers.
Yeah. Boy, is Stark and Strange in trouble now, huh? Who knows? We might even be able to reclaim this Abbey one day before it becomes a Stark subsidiary.
Anything is possible.
It is now. Wanda's back. Everything is gonna be better around here now. Just wait and see.
I just wanted to thank you for what you did for Wanda tonight.
Did you just say thank you, Ileana?
You lifted the curse your mother shrouded her in. But now for the hard work.
What do you mean?
Scarred flesh heals more quickly than a scarred soul. It will take her a long time to recover from this, if she ever does. I don't know if I've recovered from my traumas. Not fully, at least.
All Wanda needs is our love and patience.
Love, patience. Sometimes love is not all you need. Sometimes it's revenge, redemption, victory. Sometimes it's crushing your enemy's skull beneath your boot and hearing the bones snap. What she must have gone through, we can only imagine in our worst nightmares. Not even the horrors of my childhood in Limbo probably compare. And trust me, Hunter, no amount of love and patience helped me. Okay, I said my thank you. Good night, Hunter. Be well.
I thought I'd seen it all. This is really something.
All right.
I can't believe it, Hunter. I think I'm in a bit of shock.
Wanda?
Well, yes, of course, Wanda. I can't believe she's standing here in the Abbey among us again. I wish I could have joined you at the lab to be part of the homecoming, rather than merely bystander.
After all our losses, we finally have a victory, and you want to undermine it with worry. That kind of thinking is what leads to defeat.
You don't need to get snippy about it. I'm merely expressing regret over my personal failings, that's all.